So I have a little baby explorer, I don't have time, I barely have any energy, but I still would like to make sure that my financial future is secured. That's a good start, let's get into it. Hi guys, in today's video I would like to share how I built my diversified portfolio, and this information is built on the literature, on the internet articles, videos and courses I did over the past multiple years, and this is very tailored to my needs and my goals. But I hope that this video will spark some ideas or give you some ideas what to start searching for when you would like to build your own. Based on my needs, I decided that I will invest rather than trade. So I will do my analysis and invest long-term where possible and avoid time in the market where possible. When we talk about diversification, it means blending different investments in one portfolio. And I do it based on my needs to ensure that I know what and why I invest and I'm still on track to my needs and goals. It works for me because it gives me a sense of stability because I know what and why and how I invest. First of all, I start with my goals. So why do I want to invest? I have multiple goals and I work with them to build my portfolio. So let's say I have a goal to build a passive income of £1,000 per month in 15 years. I got what, I got time frame, and I got my reasons behind this goal. By the way, building portfolio takes time, and I allocated quite a lot of time to do my research, to do my analytics, to make myself comfortable with the topic and to make myself comfortable with my understanding. So allocate some time to create your goals, to create your whys behind those goals, and to actually start working on portfolio. It's not one day task and not even 1 week task, so it's a process. Now let's talk about diversification. I built my portfolio and I make sure that I diversify based on those 4 criteria. First of all is countries. I would like to ensure it's not only the UK or the US I'm investing in. If I want it, it could be a country or a region. Next one is diversification of currencies. Here I want to ensure it's not only US dollar, which is part of my portfolio, especially looking at ever-changing situations in the world. The next one is by asset class or instruments. Here it might be a variety, but in my case it means stocks, bonds, real estate, cash and cryptocurrency. And the fourth one is sectors. There are 11 industry sectors, which are basically a grouping of industries. They help to easier classify the business activities. They all behave a bit differently during different periods of times. And just to name them, it's energy, materials, industrials, utilities, healthcare, financials, consumer essentials, consumer non-essentials, information technology, communication services, and real estate. Next one is how do I put it all together and create my diversified portfolio. First of all, after setting a goal, I look at it and identify my risk profile. Every person is very different based on how much risk they can tolerate. And if I were to wake up every night sweating and thinking, oh, how did my portfolio perform last few hours, and being anxious about if it's going up or down, it would give me a hint that it's the not right risk that I'm taking on. So based on the goal, based on the risk tolerance, it's really important to choose the right investments and right strategy. For long-term investments and pension savings, the rule of thumb is to have as many percent of bonds as is your age. So for me, it's around 30–35%. The rest could be everything else. And based on Goldman Sachs' recommendation on diversification, I would add a number of stocks and some alternative investments. So the picture would be the following. I would have around 35% of bonds, 50% of stocks, and 15% of alternative investments. Alternative here is metals, real estate, and so on. But I actually took into account my risk tolerance and adjusted this a bit, because I did a few tests online and realized that I have high tolerance to risk for this particular goal. As the goal is far away, I can accept more risk, but might also get more results. So I tweaked those numbers a bit, and will keep 15% for alternative investments. I got 15% of bonds and 17% of stocks. Stocks are more volatile. It means they fluctuate a lot. And if my portfolio has too many stocks, it means its value will also change a lot, both in positive and negative direction. So when I will need my money, I might fall into high prices if I'm lucky, or low if I'm not. So as I move closer to my goal, I would like to make my investments more stable and hence increase the bond proportion. But not now, later. Until now, I was talking about core of my portfolio, which drives the achievements of my goals and needs. But actually, I would like to have some fun as well. So I also allocate some part for tactics. It's usually around 5–15%. And in general, at this point of time, I'm good with risk. so I add another 15% for tactic ideas. So my total portfolio is based on core with those allocations and some tactics where I just do fairly random stuff. Now, what do I do with my core portfolio? I cover most of my core portfolio with ETFs because they can offer a good diversification within them. So I have chosen US, European and Asian ETFs, hence their base currencies are different. Based on ETF objectives, they can already be well diversified across sectors or can be tailored to just a few. Also, I look at ETF strategy, so my portfolio has the global market, the growth strategy, the dividend strategy, and some small cap companies. By the way, let me know if you'd like me to show you how exactly I choose my ETF to add them to my portfolio. Same with bonds. For now I cover this part with funds, and this is a separate discussion and decision if they should be funds or not, but here could be corporate, government bonds and other. Next is alternative investments, and here I invest in metals and real estate. And finally, the tactics. This is where I implement some ideas I get along the way. For example, I saw a company, I did my analysis and decided that I would like to buy shares. I got multiple of those. Or I saw some news, I did some technical analysis, and I know when I want to enter the market and when I want to leave. So those ideas are also here. And of course crypto. Okay guys, I would like to mention again that building a portfolio is very interesting and exciting activity, and something that I shared with you today is based on my goals and my needs and my life, and it will be different for everyone else. I hope that you enjoyed this video and you found something useful or interesting, and I will see you in the next one.